All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that's honestly incredibly important, but so often misunderstood: the toxic manager. You see, a lot of us think we're just dealing with a demanding boss, but the line between being challenged and being harmed, that line is absolutely crucial for your well being. So, we're going to break down 5 major red flags you might be ignoring. Just imagine this for a second. The week is finally over. You're just about to shut your laptop, and then ping, that message lands. You feel that sinking feeling in your stomach, right? That immediate sense of dread. It's a feeling way too many of us know. And you feel like you can't say no. So just like that, your personal time is gone. Poof. If that scenario just made you nod your head even a little bit, then you're in the right place. Because that feeling, that's not just part of the job. It's almost always a symptom of a much, much bigger problem. And the worst part is, we often convince ourselves this is totally normal, or maybe we're just not working hard enough. So, that brings us to the core question we really have to answer. There is a huge, huge difference between a manager who pushes you to be better and one who is actively causing you harm. And being able to spot that difference, that's the very first step to protecting yourself. It all really boils down to one simple word: respect. A demanding manager challenges you because they actually believe in your potential. Yeah, they set high standards, but they also give you support to get there. A toxic manager, on the other hand, makes you feel small, incompetent, and just worthless. It's not about your growth, it's all about their control. And believe me, this is not a small issue. A pretty staggering 58% of employees who quit their jobs, they leave because of their manager, not because of the work itself. Just think about that for a second. More than half the people walking away from a perfectly good role are actually walking away from a person. That's just how deep the impact of a bad boss really is. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We've pinpointed 5 key warning signs. These are the red flags that scream your manager's behavior has crossed the line from demanding into straight-up toxic territory. Let's break them down one by one. First up, we've got the moving target. This is when you feel like you just can never, ever win. What was a top priority yesterday is completely irrelevant today. You deliver exactly what they asked for, only to be told the rules have changed. Again, this has nothing to do with being agile. It is a control tactic that keeps you in a constant state of anxiety, always scrambling for their approval. And this is what it sounds like in real life. You've poured weeks into a project, you're proud of it, you present it, and that's the response you get. There was no new memo, no heads up, just this vague expectation that you were supposed to be a mind reader. It's an impossible game designed to make you feel like you're always the one who's failing. All right, on to the next one. Public humiliation. Oh, this is a classic power play. Instead of giving you feedback one-on-one, they do it in front of the whole team, maybe even clients. These moments aren't about helping you improve at all. They're about asserting dominance. A good leader praises in public and corrects in private. A toxic one, they do the exact opposite. Can you imagine? You're in a big meeting, you share an idea, and your manager just cuts you off with that. The silence that follows is just deafening. It's designed to make you want to crawl into a hole, to make you terrified to speak up ever again. And it's incredibly destructive, not just for you, but for the entire team's morale. Red flag number 3 is one of the most infuriating: credit theft. When a project is a hit, they take all the glory. They're up there presenting your slides, your ideas as their own. But the second something goes wrong, suddenly it was all your fault. This comes from a place of deep, deep insecurity. They are literally building their career on the back of your hard work. And this just perfectly illustrates the long-term damage. You work tirelessly, your project is a huge success, but your name is nowhere to be found. Then, when you finally work up the courage to ask for the recognition you deserve, you get hit with this cruel irony. They've stolen your success and are now using the lack of visibility that they created against you. It's just brutal. All right, next up, the emotional roller coaster. With this manager, you never know who's going to show up to work. Is it going to be your supportive best friend or the angry, hypercritical boss? Their mood dictates the entire office vibe, and everyone is constantly on edge, just walking on eggshells, afraid to set them off. This isn't passion. It's a complete lack of professionalism and emotional control. This quote just captures the chaos perfectly. You spend all your energy analyzing your own behavior, trying to figure out what you did to cause their mood to flip. But here is the most important part, so listen close. You did nothing wrong. It is not your job to manage your manager's emotions. And finally, we have boundary violation. This is the manager who believes your salary buys them 24/7 access to your life. We're talking emails at 11 p.m., calls while you're on vacation, and that passive-aggressive follow-up when you don't respond instantly. They don't see you as a person with a family and a life. They see you as a resource that's always on. I mean, this is the classic example, right? It's Sunday night, you're trying to have dinner with your family, and your phone buzzes for something that absolutely 100% could wait until Monday morning. They always frame it like it's just a small thing, but what it really is a massive intrusion. It sends a very clear message. Your time is never really your own. Okay, so we've laid out all the problems, which can feel a little overwhelming, but now, what can you actually do about it? It is so easy to feel powerless in these situations, but you are not. Let's walk through a solid 5-step plan to help you protect yourself and get some of that control back. Okay, let's break it down. Step 1, document everything. This is your armor. Save those emails, screenshot the texts, and keep a private log of what happened, with dates and times. Be factual, not emotional. This isn't just for your own sanity, it's your evidence. Step 2, set firm boundaries. I know this is scary, but it's so important. You can say things like, got it, I'll handle that first thing tomorrow, or just, don't respond after hours. You're teaching people how to treat you. Step 3, build your safety net. Quietly get your resume updated, polish up that LinkedIn profile, start talking to recruiters. Just knowing you have other options out there is incredibly empowering. Step 4, talk to HR, but do it carefully. This can be risky, so you have to know your HR department. If you do go, bring your documented facts, not just your feelings. And finally, step 5, plan your exit. Look, sometimes the only way to win the game is to stop playing. If nothing is getting better, have a plan to leave. No job is worth your mental health. Period. After all of this, after looking at all the red flags and the action plans, it all really comes down to this one simple, powerful idea. It's about remembering and recognizing your value, not just as an employee, but as a human being who deserves basic respect. So if you remember anything, remember this. 1, a demanding boss pushes you, a toxic boss devalues you. 2, their bad behavior is a reflection of them, not a reflection of you or your performance. And 3, most importantly, even when you feel completely trapped, you always have options. You always have steps you can take to protect yourself. Let's just end on this thought. That feeling, that Sunday scaries dread that hits you before the work week even begins, that is a massive signal that something is fundamentally wrong. You deserve to work in a place that builds you up, not one that systematically breaks you down. You really do deserve better.